If you are using Spring Boot, but still confused about which annotations do what, you're not alone. In the next few minutes, we will learn the most used Spring Boot annotations with real-life examples, so you will never forget what component or qualifier annotations actually do. Stick around, this might be the shortest Spring Boot masterclass you will ever watch. Annotations in Spring Boot work like labels that tell Spring what to do. They help connect different parts of your app, set up beans, and create REST APIs, all without writing extra code. Let's start with component annotation. It marks a class as a Spring-managed bean. Think of it as saying, "Hey Spring, manage this for me." Every class annotated with component gets auto-scanned and added to the application context. Spring will create its object on its own. Service and repository annotations are specialized versions of component. Use service for business logic and repository for data access logic. Repository annotation is generally used over interfaces in a Spring Data application. These interfaces will extend Spring Data annotations, such as CRUD repository or JPA repository. REstController annotation is used to indicate that this class will be a receiver of API requests and will contain methods that will be exposed as REST endpoints. It is a combo of controller and response body annotations. It tells Spring, return JSON instead of a web page. Perfect for building APIs. Want Spring to inject dependencies for you? Use Autowired annotation over a field. It finds the right bean and connects it for you automatically. But what if you have two beans of the same type? How will Spring figure out which bean to inject? Pause the video and figure out which class object will be injected into the Autowired field. The solution is to use Qualifier annotation along with Autowired to tell Spring which one to inject. You need to provide the name of the bean after Qualifier. Name of the bean is the name of class in camel case by default. Suppose you have a property defined in your application.properties or application.yml file, and you want to inject its value in a field in a class. How would you do that? There is an annotation for that too, and its name is value. Simply provide the name of the property whose value you need to inject, enclosed between $symbol and curly braces as shown here. You can also provide a default value for that field, in case the property cannot be found, in application.properties, by providing the default value after colon, as shown here. There are scenarios where you want to create beans manually, instead of using component or service annotations. You can use bean and configuration annotations. Simply create a class with configuration annotation and a method that creates and returns an object of the required class and mark it with bin annotation. Configuration annotation tells Spring that this class is a source of beans, and so you can have multiple methods having bin annotations returning different types of objects. And now, let's talk about one of the most important annotations in any Spring Boot application. It might look like just one annotation, but it's actually a shortcut. A powerful umbrella that combines three other key annotations behind the scenes. This is what makes Spring Boot magical. It tells Spring to automatically configure beans based on the dependencies in your project. For example, if Spring sees you have a web starter dependency, it sets up Tomcat and Spring MVC automatically. This tells Spring that the class can be used to define beans using methods having bin annotation. In other words, it's a source of bin definitions for the application context. We have already covered this annotation earlier in this video. This tells Spring to scan the current package and all subpackages for classes having component, service, repository, and REST controller annotations, so it can register them as bean. So, instead of writing all three every time, Spring Boot gives us Spring Boot Application Annotation as a neat, convenient package. And you'll see this at the top of your main class in every Spring Boot project. Now imagine this. A request comes in, hits your REST controller, which calls a service that talks to a repository. All of this wired by Autowired, configured with value, and managed by Spring Boot Application. And just like that, you now understand the backbone of any Spring Boot app. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and drop a comment with the annotation you use most. See you in the next one.